Feel the full effect of the Tour de France with every stage live and on demand on Discovery Plus.
This programming is brought to you by ESPN.
Of Major League Baseball International.
Franchise history. His second multi-homer game of the year. Win! Deep fly ball. Way back. Goodbye.
Major League Baseball International special presentation of the 2023 All-Star Game from T-Mobile Park in beautiful Seattle, Washington. It's the 93rd edition of the Midsummer Classic. Hi, everybody. Dave Fleming, Buck Martinez. Great to have you with us on truly a gorgeous summertime night in the Pacific Northwest. Seems fitting, Buck, because the sun has been shining on the game of baseball, I think, from the springtime on. We had the Great World Baseball Classic, huge success. The rule changes, which have been universally loved across the game. Some star-level performances. It's been a great year for ball.
Well, it sure has, Dave. And I think those rules changes really had an impact in the game. The game is much quicker paced. There's a lot of stolen bases in the game. Home runs are up a little bit, but stolen bases are dramatically up, and I think that's an exciting aspect of the game. We're going to see some of that in this game tonight.
Yeah, it's such a cool venue here in Seattle. Third time that this city has hosted the All-Star Game. Second time in this ballpark. And Buck, the last time it was here, back in 2001, it was such a great year for the Mariners as a whole. Ichiro's first year in Seattle, and it was a truly memorable All-Star Game.
No question about it. One of the real highlights of the game was the fact that the starting shortstop, Alex Rodriguez, decided to turn things over to the veteran Cal Ripken, who moved from third to short. It was Ripken's 19th All-Star game. Tony Gwynn was also in that game. It was his 15th All-Star game, and very fittingly, Cal Ripken was the MVP of the All-Star game that year.
It was, and I love seeing Ichiro in that Mariners uniform. This year's All-Star roster also has such an international presence. I mean, Ichiro burst upon the scene with a rookie season almost unlike any other. You got 46 players in this year's All-Star game, Buck, born in the United States, but 32 international players.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And you see there are 8 Cuban-born players in this game. That's the most Cuban-born players since 1968 when there were 6 in the game. But baseball has truly become an international sport. You mentioned the WBC. That has done dramatic things to help raise the attention span of the fans around the world. 2 players from Canada, a player from Japan, and it's been an international sport, and WBC has a lot to do with that.
I think it does, too. You know, if you and I had been talking back in April, maybe the team we would have focused most on with the Tampa Bay Rays. They were off to such a great start. But here at the All-Star break this year, it's really turned into the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves have played so well, and they are represented by 8 players in this All-Star game.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive when you see the most selections from any team. It's a franchise record to have 8 All-Stars. They have their entire infield, including their catcher, Sean Murphy, their great right fielder, Ron Acuna Jr., 2 pitchers. We won't see them pitch in this series, but Bryce Elder and Spencer Strider have been terrific. The Braves traditionally don't get off to a fast start, but it's been a different story this year, and I look for them just to continue this momentum into the second half.
Yeah, you got 2 guys, one on each side, Buck, who I think are prohibitive MVP favorites, and Acuna is one of them.
Well, he sure is. He has 30 leadoff home runs already in his young career, and this is just his 6th season. And on the other side, how about Shohei Ohtani? Yeah, we have seen him do special things in the past, but this year he's taken it to another level. Home runs, RBIs on a regular basis, and the way he's pitching, he's holding opponents to 189 opponents' batting average as a pitcher, and he doesn't miss any time. But you look at what they've done in the first half. They are truly the favorites to win the MVP in their respective leagues.
I mean, those numbers are just ridiculous on both sides. 41 steals for Acuna already. Has a chance to have a 40 home run, 75 steal season. Chance to lead the league in home runs and steals. Shohei Ohtani, all the pitching stuff. He's leading the league in homers and triples as well. The guy could do everything. We were sort of at a loss to describe how great Shohei Ohtani has been.
Yeah, it's really difficult to. There's no one you can compare him to. Nobody has ever done what he's doing on the mound or as a hitter. And it's going to be interesting because the Angels are kind of really in a catch-22 right now. He's a free agent at the end of this year. And if they don't trade him, they're going to lose him. What do? Mike Trout's injured right now, so it's really a tough time for the Angels to decide what their fate is with Shohei Ohtani.
I know what you and I are going to do. We're going to enjoy Shohei Ohtani on the field tonight as the DH. Acuna's leading off for the National League. We got the stars of the game gathered in Seattle. When we come back to T-Mobile Park, All-Star player introductions coming up next.